Hey, what's up guys? This is Tariq here from smartbiketrainers.com, and today we got the Minoura Kagura wheel-on trainer. This is my first wheel-on trainer review this year. We haven't seen any new entrance into this segment or any new development in this segment so far this year. Probably the last one we've seen was the kicker snap that was introduced last year with better accuracy. But so far this year, we haven't seen much other than the rebranding from Cycle Ops and just kind of a name change and a little bit different colors. And that's about it. And actually, Minoura, they introduced this trainer last year at Interbike. And I've had this trainer for over a year now. And I've been working with the company to test out different firmwares until they sent me the last firmware. And they told me we are comfortable with this one. And this is what they wanted to go with. So here's the review. But before we get into the review, if you're a cyclist, a triathlete, or a runner, you might want to consider subscribing to this channel. As an Ironman athlete myself, I put a lot of these products through a lot of testing and my own training, and you might find something that might interest you here, so consider subscribing. Minoura, if you're not familiar with this company, this is a Japanese company that have been making trainers for quite a while now, and the Kagura DT, or the wheel-on trainer, is their first entry into this segment, into the smart trainer segment. And they actually also just introduced a direct drive trainer just last month at Interbike, and we're probably going to be seeing it in the next few months here. And also I should have one here for review. That trainer looks very impressive from a specs and price standpoint, so I'm looking forward to giving that one a try. But for this wheel-on trainer, it does come with some cool features that I haven't seen in any other trainer or wheel-on trainer in the market today. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about the specs. So the Minoura is compatible with the 650, 700C mountain bikes, 26 and 27 inches wheels, rear hubs 125 to 140 millimeters. Other adapters are available with different hub sizes. It does have a dual mode support, a gravity and fixed mode, and we'll talk about that in a little bit here. Claimed accuracy of ±5%. This is a standard accuracy for wheel-on trainers. It does also have manual mode, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Maximum watts up to 2,000 watts. This is more than any other wheel-on trainers that I've seen. Maximum gradients is up to 20%, and also we'll talk about that in a little bit here. This trainer is priced at $650. But I've seen it as low as $475, so make sure you check out smartbiketrainers.com or the link below in the description for the most up-to-date prices. This trainer is ANT plus FEC and smart Bluetooth compatible. No Bluetooth FTMS yet, and I'm gonna pause here for a little bit just to talk about FTMS because I've mentioned FTMS in the past videos, and I just wanted to explain what it is. So I'll take 1 minute here just to go through FTMS and tell you what it is. FTMS stands for Fitness Machine Support, and it basically allows the developer to make one code to support any FTMS compatible fitness equipment. So in our case, bike trainers, it allows the developer to create one standard code that will support all these different trainers. Right now in Bluetooth, every company has their own Bluetooth protocols, and the developers have to code for them. So if you have an Elite trainer that is Bluetooth, or a Tax, or a Wahoo, the developers have to write different Bluetooth code for each one. Where in ANT plus FEC, we've had that standard fitness machine support for quite a while, and it's a lot easier to code for ANT plus FEC rather than Bluetooth. So that's why you see some software support a trainer using ANT plus FEC, and they don't support it in Bluetooth. So in this case with the Minoura, it works fine with Zwift, it works fine in Bluetooth and ANT plus. However, if you try to pair it with TrainerRoad supports it using ANT plus FEC. Otherwise in Bluetooth, you can only see it as a power meter, but it will not be able to control the trainer using TrainerRoad. What sets the Minoura apart from other wheel-on trainer currently in the market is it comes with different modes. You have a manual mode and you have the automatic or smart mode. With the smart mode, this is what you're familiar with smart trainers. You pair it, you connect the trainer to a power source and you pair it to an app, and the app will control the trainer. With resistance mode, with manual mode, you will find a little red slider in the back of the roller that you adjust that slider. There's a little magnet. The closer the magnet to the flywheel, the more resistance it will apply. and you have 3 different levels. With level 1, you will get approximately 100 watts up to 40 kilometers per hour. With level 2, you will get approximately 200 watts up to 40 kilometers per hour, and level 3 will give you approximately 300 watts up to 40 kilometers per hour. So the faster you go, you probably can generate a lot more power. The other feature that sets this trainer apart is a fixed mode versus gravity mode. With the fixed mode is what you're familiar with wheel-on trainer. That's when you attach your bike to the trainer, adjust the rear wheel roller resistance, and your bike is fixed to the trainer and it does not move. With gravity mode, however, there are 2 different knobs on the side of the trainer. Once you release those knobs and attach your bike and just bring that roller closer to the wheel, your bike can move forward and backward, can rock basically forward and backward. I didn't find much use for this mode. I think this mode is great if you use a trainer for easy recovery rides. Otherwise, it's not very useful if you use a trainer for hard intervals or climbing. You will notice that rear wheel is skip a lot and the power accuracy is not there. As far as the road feel, I was really impressed with the road feel. It was very smooth. Probably one of the best road feels that I've seen in a wheel-on trainer, just as close or if not even better than the Kicker Snap. And it wasn't very noisy either. The actual flywheel, the trainer itself didn't create any noise. However, with wheel-on trainer, they tend to generate a lot more noise just because there's a lot of contact between the tire and the roller. And depending on the tire that you use, the better tires, or if you use a trainer specific tires, that can bring in the noise down a little bit. But just as I do with all my videos, we'll let you listen to the noise yourself and decide yourself. So here's how the trainer sound at 20 miles per hour. And here is how it sounds at 30 miles per hour. So this is probably as good as you will get with wheel-on trainer. Like I said before, it wasn't very noisy. It's just that wheel contact with the roller, it will just create a lot of sound, a lot of noise, and a lot of vibration. This is where if you're looking for something that is completely silent, you're probably better off going with a direct drive trainer because there is no wheel contact in that one. Now, as far as power accuracy, the company claimed plus minus 5%. Wheel-on trainers tend to not be great with power accuracy, and the Kagura is the same thing. When riding it, sim mode, as you see, there's some separation between my power meter and the Kagura itself. And also there are a lot of spikes. Every time there is a change in slope, the trainer power spiked up. And as you see here in this chart, there was just quite a few spikes, but then it come back down to the normal power level and matches my other, or get closer to my other power meters. Surprisingly, the company does admit to those spikes, but at the same time, they say the average for the full ride come close. And when I looked at the average for this full ride, it was very close. As you see in this table, the Kagura came for the full ride at 179 average and 198 normalized, where my power to max was 170 average and 192 normalized. So normalized, it was within 3% and the average was within 5%. So it was within that range, but I would like to not see those spikes. I would like to see that power get closer and just get it closer to that 5% without seeing all these different spikes. So in erg mode, the numbers were a little bit different. I've seen a lot more variations in the numbers. And as you see in this chart, the beginning of the ride, it was a lot closer to my other power meters, but then there was a spike. As soon as I entered the 10-minute tempo intervals, it was starting to report about 17% higher than my other power meters. But when I came back down to the recovery intervals, it came back within 1 to 7%. But as you see here in this table, during the 10-minute intervals, it was reporting up to 17% higher. And again, during the recovery intervals, it was between 1 to 7% difference. The other thing in erg mode, that the trainer was responding a little bit slow. And I'm talking about 15 to 20 seconds to get me to that target power. This isn't bad if you're doing long steady intervals, but if you're doing short sprints or 20-30 seconds intervals, you'll be missing those intervals in erg mode, so you might want to consider adjusting to that by adjusting resistance using your gear. And also, before every ride, I do recommend running the calibration 10 minutes after you warm it up. This is a standard procedure with wheel-on trainers, but if you don't move the trainer around and the tire pressure is the same, then you might be able to not run that calibration for a couple of rides, but I do recommend it to check the tire pressure, run that calibration just before you ride if you want the consistent numbers. So the Kagura is another option for you in the wheel-on trainer segment. The frame itself is very strong and it will last you for years. Very good road feel, quiet as far as wheel-on trainers. However, I would like to see that power accuracy get closer and get better. Hopefully the company can address that with the firmware updates, just like they've been doing in the past year. The trainer retail for about $650. If you can find it, like I said before, I've seen it go down to about $475. So make sure you check the link below for the latest price on Amazon.com. Also on Smart Bike Trainers, I did add it to the price tracker, so you can input your email and you will get an email if the price changes for this trainer. So with that, this is all I have. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Also consider subscribing and make sure you check out smartbiketrainers.com for the full in-depth review, and I will see you in the next video.